warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to present for BSR607 and our topic is a proposed maintenance for office building, and our case study is located at Wisma Darul Iman, Terengganu. Okay, my name is ATIKAH binti NASIR, and this is my group mate, which is AZMAH AFIQAH binti SAIDI, one HAKIMAH binti Abu BAKAR, and also one AMNI AIZAH binti ABDULLAH. Okay, firstly is for introductions of property. Wisma Darul Iman is a Terengganu 6 secretariat building in Malaysia. It is located under the office of Menteri Besar, State Secretary, and is a home of Terengganu State Legislative Assembly. The building is one of the tallest structures in the state. It is located at Kuala Terengganu and has been built in 1963. Okay, next is a building background. Wisma Darul Iman was complete and started operating in mid-1986. The total building area is about 700,000 square feet and has a height of 140 meters. It consists of two main blocks, which is the podium blocks and the tower blocks. Wisma Darul Iman has also been gazetted as a restricted area and placed by the Malaysian Government Security Office. The four-story podium block house are for State Legislative Assembly, Bid Hall, Convention Hall, Lecture Hall, Committee Room, Royal Room, and also State Legislative Assembly Office. For the 90-story tower block are for Chief Ministry of Terengganu Office, EXCO Office, and others. Wisma Darul Iman was inaugurated on 28 August 1986 by the late Sultan Mahmud Al-Muqtafi Billah Shah. Okay, this is a location plan and site plan for the case study. For the maintenance organization department of Wisma Darul Iman, the component of Budidaya Urus Sanjang Berhad has been responsible for managing Wisma Darul Iman facilities since April 1986 until now and has contracted with the Terengganu Government Secretary Office. Apart from that, there are also tenders for service contractors who contract directly with the Secretary Office, where Budidaya Urus acts as the supervisor and monitor the performance of the contractor. For the mission, vision, objective for Budidaya Urus Sanjang Berhad are for the missions in enriching life by delivering best value product and service. For the visions, to be preferred organization with diversified property and asset management business. And lastly, for the objective, to go above the beyond expectations as demonstrated through our use of state-of-the-art technology and stringent adherence to existing ISO standard and solid track record of successful project and satisfied customers. Okay, this is an organization structure for Wisma Darul Iman.
Okay, next, building maintenance strategy. Okay, for the introduction is a maintenance program such as corrective maintenance, preventive maintenance, condition-related maintenance, schedule and unplanned maintenance can be developed from the maintenance strategy. Maintenance policy is a concern with a maintenance approach quality of a maintenance and maintenance tool, which are categorized as the main component of maintenance policy formulation. The common factor influence maintenance strategy are healthy and safety, fit for use, low value and quality. Next, selecting a successful maintenance strategy require a good understanding of the concept and standard of maintenance management as well as knowledge or specific facility performance. For maintenance strategy selection, there is no right formula, and more often than not, the selection process requires a combination of various maintenance strategy to accommodate the particular performance and condition of the facility. An effective maintenance strategy is a concern with maximum equipment and facility performance while balance the essential resources expended and ultimately the cost. We need to ensure that we are getting sufficient return on our investment. A maintenance strategy defines the rule for the sequence of planned maintenance work. It contains general scheduling information and can therefore be assigned to as many maintenance task lists and maintenance plans as required. Okay, next is maintenance type and implementation of building. Uda Daya Urus Company use planned and unplanned maintenance for Wisma Darul Iman building. There are types implemented in the Wisma Darul Iman building are: first is planned maintenance. They use planned maintenance as this is an efficient method to deal with cost and save time. This is because the company will make maintenance on a contractual basis if the maintenance work is large. They can also track all cash flow to ensure the use of money for important things. For the second is preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance is used by the department so they may conduct maintenance active at a predetermined level or to identify element criteria and to reduce failure. It also involves maintenance work carried out on a schedule that includes inspection, maintenance and cleaning. Okay, third is corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance is interior when a problem is discovered while working on other work order. Corrective maintenance is then scheduled for a future date where the problem is repaired or replaced. Corrective maintenance issues are found just in time. It reduces emergency repair and increases employer safety. 4. Schedule maintenance. Schedule maintenance for the time and operation determined. For the last is unplanned maintenance. Any maintenance task that happens suddenly is unplanned maintenance. This occurs when there is no established strategy in place to fix a repair, replacement or inspection before unplanned maintenance is required, which is typically the result of equipment failure that has not been expected. Okay, next is complaint process. For the first is detection of yearly damage by staff or visitor. For the second is the damage to the building was reported by e-aduan building, email or any different application given in this building by staff. If a complaint is submitted timely, the report will be processed within 24 hours. For the third is the maintenance report was prepared by the maintenance teams of the Uda Daya Urus Company at the Wisma Darul Iman building. For the four is the maintenance team must repair the complaint within 2 hours of receive if the main part of the building is the problem. After receive complaint, the maintenance team should respond yearly. And the last is SA report. The maintenance team will resolve the problem. Okay, next is maintenance programs. The maintenance program is a document contain a job to be performed by the organization of panel of outsourced contractor. Maintenance program also to make sure the quality of work, material and equipment. In the other way, it can then maintain the process by using the timetable to ensure that the program is kept on time. Wisma Darul Iman has 3 categories of maintenance program as are long-term planning, middle-term planning and short-term planning. For the first is long-term planning. Long-term planning is the strategy is something that is easily decided to by all owner or user on how to manage the building in the future. Within 10 years, the maintenance plan is planned and there will be substation maintenance to avoid serious damage to the building. It is covered for 1 to 2 years. This long-term program include inspection structure, expanded building element and exterior cleaning. For example, 1 year the Wisma Darul Iman building will generally require external cleaning of the building and this maintenance will involve proper estimate and cost. All of these things are included in the long-term maintenance plan. Okay, for the second is middle-term maintenance plan. Usually 1 month to of year will cover the medium term. It involves work for the portion of check such as example check alarm for system for firefighting. A medium-term view of any reliability step for maintenance will be carried out and the result will be fit into the short-term plan. For project approved in the long-term plan, the department maintenance company may establish detailed planning. It will also carry out comprehensive schedule for shutdown to help this budget. Maintenance budget will be created. For the last is short-term maintenance plans. Normally, many aspects of the short-term maintenance plan are fixed, set time, and base operation are in place. subcontractor were told for the condition for the works. Work is distributed to specified people and qualification are checked. It can last from 1 day for 40 days. However, short-term required to meet a daily cleaner and services component, such as sweep the trash, wash the toilet, and so on. Okay, next is computerized maintenance management system. The effective use of CMMS is only a tool, but an important one to improve maintenance management. The alternative solution, therefore, is to copy the required selection of data from the CMMS to the spreadsheet environment where it can be manipulated further. By understanding the role of a CMMS in the maintenance strategy, will it be obvious which information the system must generate to support the strategy. The senior input can be determined, such as what data needs to be fed to the system, which structure need to be set up, and which workflow process the system need to be able to support. The CMMS is the tool which provides a common platform to implement the strategy department all over the organization. It will help to communicate quickly and effectively and will bring many benefits to organization, including improved planning and schedule, high quality reporting and easy access to history data, reduced time for spare part and tool assembly, reduced stock and overall increasing productive.
Next is Chapter 4. This chapter about financial and cost control of building. Figure below show the example of the cash flow in 2020 for Wisma Darul Iman buildings. In this cash flow, there's two parts, which is income and expenditure. For the income, it's only from Wisma Darul Iman, while the expenditure has 8 elements, which is vertical transportation, electrical and mechanical, ventilation and air conditioning, landscaping, fire protecting, civil and structures, cleaning, and also salary. For the next one is overall financials and maintenance budgets. Based on the chart, it shows that the highest percentage is from the income by Wisma Darul Iman. Why? With percentage is 65%, with total is 3 billion ringgit. Next is followed by cleanings, which is 12%, with the total is 555,600 ringgit. Meanwhile, the lowest percentage is from electrical and mechanical, ventilation and air conditioning, and also civil and structures with respectively 2%. And for the maintenance budget with Wisma Darul Iman, it can show that it's 100% come from Wisma Darul Iman. For the total expenditure at Wisma Darul Iman in year 2020, it shows that cleaning is the highest number because of the building needs to make the cleaning based on the schedule every day and every month to make sure the building is always in the good condition. Meanwhile, the lowest number goes to fire protection because this section needs to do maintenance basically once in a year. That's why the cost of maintenance lowers than others.
Hi, my name is AMNI AIZAH. So I will continue about comparison financial or maintenance budget income and expenditure analysis for a 5 year. As we can see, the both of chart was increase in 2020 and to 2024, 2025 to 2029. So in year 2023 to 2024 was increase of 4%, and 2028 to 2029 was increase of 5%. For the next slide is year 2013 to 34, 35 to 39. The total income and expenditure that year was increased. In 2038 and 39 was increase of 4%. As we can see in this slide, the board of charge also increased. In year 2053 to 54 was increased 2%, and 2050 to 59 was stable because of the economic factors. In this slide, the total income and expenditure was increased in year 2060 to 64, 2065 to 69. The next slide is 2070 to 74, 75 to 79. The total income and expenditure was increased. The income and expenditure from the 2020 to 2079 was increased because of the economic factor, maintenance and repair work such as vertical transportation, electrical and mechanical, upgrading material and equipment. The next slide is forecasting. So I'm decided to take a forecasting after 20 years. The chart show the difference between net profit and expenditure. For 2031, we got 24%, and for 2041, we got 26% for the net profit. For year 2061, the net profit is 34%, and for year 2080, the net profit is 32%.
For chapter 5, there is a problem, recommendation, and also the conclusion. This chapter is more focused on identifying problems that occurs in the Wisma Darul Iman buildings and also focus on how to overcome problems with some suggestion to solve problem in the buildings. Next, some issue can be minor and some being big. Often, small problems that arise are not taken action and will become a major problem automatically. Before it happened at Wisma Darul Iman, the effect of the proposal should be evaluated and reanalysis to ensure it's suitable. Udara yang urus should therefore be responsible for overcome maintenance issue at Wisma Darul Iman. The objective of identify the problems and recommendation are to overcome the problem for a better view, and it's important to identify the problem so we could know what is the best for the buildings. Besides, if the problem or recommendation can be found out early, then the budgets can be prepared for the building to be always preserved. There are several problems at the Wisma Darul Iman and have the suggestions to overcome it. First, the detail of the property. From the observation, we notice that there are no facility provided for the disabled pupils, such as toilet for easy visitors and tenants use. And to solve it, we suggest that Wisma Darul Iman could provide some facilities for disabled people such as toilet to solve the issues. It is to ensure that the disabled visitor during their visits to the building has smooth and comfortable comforts. Next problem is maintenance organization departments. They do not have organizations. Maintenance charged by the positions of the organization is insufficient, and we suggest that they must improve the maintenance organization and add more position on the organization of the maintenance department. After that, they need to improve the maintenance works of the building. Next is building maintenance strategy. They do have a maintenance strategy, but they are irregular and inadequate. So, it needs to every building there should be a proper care strategy. Therefore, with the building maintenance strategy, it will run more efficiently. In addition, it will also give an advantage in the term of that a well-organized maintenance team can make the maintenance work easily. And for the next is financial and cost control. Overall, the problem is that Wisma Darul Iman only provide this budgets for procurement contractors from Chapter 4, which is financial maintenance budgets. For in-house maintenance management, such as staff, wages, electricity and telecommunication, they did not have the maintenance budgets. So, Wisma Darul Iman must take the budget for maintenance more specific. They also have the in-house budget. Wisma Darul Iman should take the income of the tenants and place in the maintenance budget, because since they already have the tenants' income, they do not need to spend too much budget on spending.
For the conclusions, researcher can get more knowledge about the maintenance and facility management. Maintenance and repair are very essential parts of any building life. In any development, the practice of building maintenance is needed. In order to maintain the value of the property itself, the building must be well maintained. The building will also continue to fulfill its function, which will provide the tenant and the occupant in the building with comfort. In the first chapter, throughout the property informations, researcher can get more knowledge about the case study, which include the building service. Meanwhile, in chapter 2, researcher has stated the scope and responsibility of maintenance organizations. In chapter 3, researchers are able to learn the building maintenance, type of maintenance strategy and implementations. For the case study, the researcher knows the type of maintenance strategy and implementation that is used, which is planned maintenance and unplanned maintenance. For the chapter 4, researcher can learn how Wisma Darul Iman make their financial budget and how the floor income they get and from the facility in the building. Lastly, in chapter 5, researcher learns the main problem in the Wisma Darul Iman that relates by each chapter above, and also can be able to recommend any identifications and solution of problem that can be done and settled promptly.